Come on in, y'all. Day number 27. We live. Hey. Come on.
So many trials fell on me in like scars. Hey, the enemy, he tried to tear me apart and terrorize my heart and knock me to the ground.
I don't own copyrights to this music.
I know one man,
This is Scooter Lamont.
who in spite of all my flaws reached out for my hand. Yeah, he put me on my feet and told me to stand. He kept me alive. I've been a victory. Ooh. So I'm here to encourage you. No matter what you go through, what problems may come your way.
Y'all know the song.
It's on its way, so don't quit still. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Although it's rough. So keep pressing. Keep pressing. Towards the mark. God is gonna blow your mind. And the struggles get hard. Yeah. So many trials fell on me. It left scars. Yeah. Enemy, he tried to tear me apart and terrorize my heart and knock me to the ground.
Come on and share this on Facebook, Instagram.
In spite of all my flaws, reached out to my hand. He put me on my feet and told me to stand. He gave me a plan of victory.
Now, I decided today, I said, you know what? We're going to give Darnell Jackson a break. He does all the fancy editing of the videos. He gets those all together. But I said, you know what? Don't worry about it today. I'm going to give you a break. We are going to go live tonight. And we are live. Told y'all I'm going to be popping up in your neighborhood. But I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to day number 27 of the 30-day Hifio Challenge, How I Faced It Over Challenge. It is a challenge that was established from a book that yours truly wrote entitled How I Faced It Over. Oh, I said, oh, these are my notes. Judge somebody else. Come on, camera. Is the camera going to get it together? The camera's not going to get it together. Y'all see the camera got me fuzzy on today. You see that? The camera. Oh, there we go. It just wanted to be next to me. Same smile. Okay. Did you get it? But yeah, I thought it was going to, focus. See, and this is what happens because I'm not the studio engineer and we are live. So we're going to roll with it. Somebody say roll with it. And I can hear Darnell Jackson right now. He's going to say, didn't I tell you to stop putting stuff in the camera? I say we paid a lot of money for this camera to do what it's supposed to do, okay? So do what you're supposed to do. I definitely want you guys to join me on the journey that I took. So it is I want to say very small. When you say very small, but it is. It's an easy read. It's only, 6 chapters. You're going to get some good information, to get some, just like what we're doing right now. But this is the book that inspired this challenge and inspired my faith stalking, right? I am the faith stalker. Welcome aboard this stalking train. Somebody say, hey, yes. So I would love for you to purchase your copy. You can definitely go and grab that from my website, www.smsministries.co. I will put it up later so you guys can have a copy of it. Make sure it's in the description and all that good stuff because I'm not really good all the time with making sure that I get stuff together. I know. I'm telling you, this is oh, there it is. I was looking for it. I was like, I don't know where it is, but I know it's going to pop up. There it is. It's right there. It's right there. So go ahead and go to the website. Go grab you a copy. You can get an autographed copy or you can just get a regular copy. You don't have to, pay the extra coin for the autograph. I mean, I'm famous. The world just doesn't know it yet. Oh goodness, but I'm just glad that you guys are here with me and that you keep coming back. Like that is amazing. I want you to keep coming back. I want you to give me your testimonies about how you made it through week number one, being fervent and being on fire. I saw some Facebook posts. I went live. Was it yesterday? I think I went live yesterday on Facebook or day before yesterday just to tell everyone, come and join us with this challenge. It doesn't matter if this is your very first time seeing the video on day number 27. I just am glad that you're here with me, and I'm glad that you're starting. And faith stalking is a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey. It's not something that you get in 30 days. It's not something that you get and wish when you go into the church and they say, boom, you have it. No, having faith is something that requires fervor. That was week number one, being on fire for God. It requires attention. You paying attention not only to your surroundings, but to everything that God is instructing you to do with your life, because he created you on purpose for a purpose. You do understand that, right? Sometimes it gets a little cloudy. Sometimes it gets a little gray. And I don't like living in a gray area. I'm pretty, I like to be black and white. I like to know things, but sometimes your life throws you curveballs, and a hand that you were dealt in spades, you only have one trump card. And it's like, what? I only have the little joker? How are we going to win this game? How are we going to win this round? But paying attention helps you win rounds in your life, and it helps minimize stress, because we're paying attention to the creator, not just of you, but of this whole situation, everything, the whole entire world, everything in it, of it, thought about Mars, Pluto, whatever, and Jupiter. All of those things were created by God. Y'all know I get excited and sometimes I hit the mic, so I apologize, because God is so awesome. He's so amazing. He is the master builder. So we have to pay attention to him. And we learned, we took some stories from the Bible, because I want to be relatable to you, and just simple stories that you can just remember, you can recall. Noah and the ark. He had to pay attention to the instructions that God gave him, or we would not be here today. I mean, let's keep it a bean. Yes, 215 represent. Okay? So in week number 3, we were right there in the middle of it, in the thick of everything, and we talked about intimacy. We learned that without intimacy, there is no relationship, or there is no relationship if you don't have intimacy. We talked about how I was in the middle of F, A, T, and H. It's right in the middle, and how it's straight up and down, which represents that vertical relationship between you and the Father. You and the Father. Straight up and down. It's an I. You can't even spell faith without I, without us. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. And here we are. We have made it to week number 4, to talking about being tenacious, having tenacity. I mean, you guys are killing it. And this is something that you repeat every single day of your life, because that's what God was able to kind of enlighten me on, and just kind of give me a different word. I don't always like using the word enlighten. That, you got to be careful with some words that you use, but he was able to open up the definition of faith in my own personal journey, which he allowed me to pen, because I believe it was definitely a word that God wanted for you to have, for me to have, for my kids to have, and for those that come after me, for them to just see this journey and understand what faith really is. We learned in these last 4 weeks that faith is not the currency of heaven. It is not the currency of heaven. I don't know where we got it from. I don't know who started it, but that's not what faith is. So we know what faith is, and we know what faith is not. It is not a currency, but it is in language. We touched on scripture about the speech of God. We need to pay attention to his speech, the way he speaks. And if we are made in his image, we should also speak the same language. Huh? How can we continue the work of Jesus Christ and we don't talk like him? Huh? And we don't walk like him? And we're not emulating the things of Jesus. It is a language. Faith is a language. What language are you speaking in your life? What language are you speaking in your life? It's not a trick question. So I was here just to encourage you today. I was sitting here just to encourage you today. To remind you that it's not too late as long as you are breathing. That's a miracle, by the way. Thank God. You still got time. Your visions aren't going to go in the trash because it took you 3 years to realize what you were supposed to do. Your dreams are not just like lost. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole journey that God has us on. Not just you, not just me. He has us on it. And it will behoove me to grab a hold of the language that he speaks so that I can change my language. I can change my speech. I can change my actions. I can change my circle. If I do all of those things, then my levels begin to rise. And not because I'm all that. I mean, well, I am kind of dope. I mean, you got to believe who God said you are. Sometimes I don't feel dope. Okay? But I had an awesome reminder today. Shout out to Klee, one of my close friends, and like tore me and husband down today. It was a very emotional day today. But sometimes you have to be reminded, and I wore the shirt on purpose. Can you see it? Perfectly imperfect. You have to remind yourself that sometimes you have flaws. Sometimes this faith thing, this God thing, this journey that we're on, this race that we're running, is difficult. But with faith and with consistency, we can't lose. Shout out to Darnell Jackson. He said, watch your language. Faith talking. Yes, faith talking. Watch your language. Come on, Darnell. You better be in the broadcast, huh? He's probably like, put the book away. But this is Life Work Day. And I know you're normally used to getting life work on Saturday. But tomorrow, we start day number 28. We are at the home stretch. Can you believe that? Oh, my God. We only have like 3 more days left, guys. I might cry. I love some of your ideas of what we are going to do next because it's definitely necessary for us to be together. But I wanted to give you life work. I've been asking you to journal throughout this journey. I've been asking you to take notes on your tablets or on your phones, however you take notes. And this is your week of being tenacious, right? You were filled with tenacity. And I want us to just remember what we saw yesterday and what we heard yesterday about the woman with the issue of blood. And I want to ask you, not do you trust God or don't you? Because you already know that's Pastor Sone's question, okay? Mama Stone, Pastor Stone, Mama Spitfire, whatever you say, Sonia, whatever you call me, that's always going to be my question. Do you trust God or don't you? But I want to ask you, are you willing to crawl for your breakthrough? Are you willing to crawl for your freedom? Are you willing to get your hands, your elbows, your arms, your knees dirty? No matter what the distractions look like, no matter what your job is telling you, no matter what the doctor is telling you, no matter what your husband is telling you, your wife is telling you, your kids are telling you, what you are telling you, huh? Are you willing to crawl? To be tenacious enough to crawl to your victory? Are you? Well, if you are, you're in the right place. You on your way to stalking faith real good. It's been a pleasure, guys. That's your life work today. Are you willing to crawl? Answer that question and answer it honestly. And each week it should change. Because remember, this is not a language for this 30-day challenge. This is a language for your life. So let God know that you are ready to crawl. Are you ready to crawl? Are you ready to crawl? Oh, well, I'm ready to crawl. Somebody say crawl. Crawl on, sir or ma'am. Teenager, y'all can crawl too. Whoever's watching this, you can crawl too, because God has called you to your purpose as well. It's not just for us adults. Children can change the world. Teenagers can change the world. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Y'all know I get on the roll. I'm going to go ahead and in true fashion, like I always do, we're going to go ahead and just rock out, because why not? Crawl on. Yes, come on. Come on, son. Is my son on a broadcast? Come on. Thank you, Darnell. Shout out to the Baby Goat Club owner, Baby Goat Club University owner. Y'all look out for Thank You, Darnell. He's got a single on iTunes. He out here doing the most. And not with the least, like me. I'm typically doing the most with the absolute least. But thank you for joining me, son. That just, you're going to make me cry. I don't know. You get emotional with the kids, okay? The kids make you emotional. Don't make me emotional, son. But my time is up. It's been a pleasure. I saw his alert pop up, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Run, walk, crawl. I'm making my way back to God. Darnell Jackson wrote that song, and it's amazing. So say, Darnell Jackson, when is the single coming out? Don't tell me about faith, stalking, gifts. See, now you get me on another tangent, and y'all already know that once I get in those tangents, I can't get off. I'm an English. Hey,